Despite a judicial probe looking into the violence in Manipur, there continue to be instances of fresh violence. In the last few hours, an army Jawan has been injured as he was trying to protect a village from an armed mob. I'm Barkha Dutt, you're with the Mojo Story. This platform has consistently trained our lens on the strife in Manipur. It has been several weeks now, and the government, the Home Minister, has announced a judicial probe into the inquiry. But the division between the Meiteis and the Kuki community continues to be intense. The Kukis have now demanded a separate administration. This demand has been led by 10 MLAs, 7 of which are from the BJP, the ruling BJP itself. Meanwhile, senior community leaders are wanting the Prime Minister to speak. We had Naga elder statesman Nikitu Aralu on this program who wanted the Prime Minister himself to make an intervention and asked why the Prime Minister is silent. The Home Minister has been leading the negotiations, but there continue to be people who live in refugee camps displaced after the violence, and there continues to be sharp and intense politics around this issue. But what about the suffering of ordinary citizens? What about the people behind the headlines? What about every family that has witnessed losing someone in their family? Let me introduce our guest on the program today. We're joined by Glady Vaiphei Hunjan. She is a member of the Kuki community, but she wants to speak today on this program as an affected citizen of India, as an affected Manipuri. Thank you very much, Glady, for joining us. I want to start by asking you, how are you? You are not in Manipur today. You have yourself left for reasons of safety and security. Can you first tell us what happened to your family? What happened to your loved ones?
Barkha, like you rightly say, I am a family of the affected. My family are all back at home in Manipur. I'm also directly affected because on 27 September last year, I opened my small tiny business in Churachandpur. That's not even a year, which is shut till from 3rd May. So I'm also directly affected. I'm right now in Delhi. I cannot go home. I really want to go home, but we all know that Imphal Airport is not safe for any Zhou Kuki community. When safety is not there, we can't risk our life. And Imphal Airport is the only airport we can land over there. And I am also speaking on behalf of all those women and mother whose children have no future without homeland. They don't have house to stay. They are called internally displaced people. They don't even want to call themselves refugee. The term refugee is so painful. They want to call themselves, even the relief camp, they don't want to call it camp. They want to call it a transit home because that they feel home, because they desire to have their own house. So I'm speaking on their behalf, a woman, a mother, and a voice to voiceless who cannot come to this platform. I'm representing them.
It's a very important point you have made. We have not spoken about the particular suffering of women. In any conflict, in any strife, it is the women who suffer the most, and they often suffer silently. And they don't get a voice to express what they're feeling. So, as you represent the women of Manipur, as you represent mothers and daughters, what would you
Yes.
like the people of India, the rest of the people of India, to know, to understand?
First thing, the situation of my hometown. We have to understand the ground reality. School shut from the day this unrest happened till today. Internet closed down. We all know that. Electricity is distributed 1 hour per area. We know that. No school, no education system in place. The future of our next generation. You know, we all came out from COVID. You know how painful COVID was. No school, no education, nothing. We came out of that, and now this is what our children, our students are facing. Not only a high school student, even a medical student, and also our UPSC exam, we all know cannot happen in Imphal. So the future of the students especially I'm worried about. And some of the mother are not well to do. They can't send their children outside. So I want the government at least to have some sort of a step to bring them out of Manipur so that they can continue their study. That is one thing I really want to mention. And the second thing is, we know the relief center are as many as 72 and above. and 50,000 and above displaced people. And then monsoon is right now in very heavy monsoon in the northeast, which means seasonal sickness can come out, can break out. Fever, imagine fever with no proper warm cloth, no proper blanket. What about mosquito? No mosquito nets. And a place like Churachandpur Government College, where I think over 10,000 people are staying. And how do we help them? This is not the situation. This is not the problem of Manipur alone now. This is the problem of our country. One state is suffering so much they don't even have a proper meal every day. But how can we help as a country? Don't forget that these people who suffer are citizens of India, and also they are, like I say, they are like us, who can feel the pain, who can feel the weather, the humidity,
Yeah.
sicknesses, and
I,
worry.
I,
Yeah.
I think you remind people because we in the media are also often guilty of overlooking issues of the Northeast, and it's very important for you to remind us that this is not about one state; it's about the
No.
security, the social cohesiveness of the country. I want to ask you: there has been we saw Kuki women from your community actually march to
Yes.
the heart of Delhi, carrying placards saying we're Indians, we are not militants, we are Indians. Yet this
Yes.
debate continues, right? This debate continues. We have seen, the Kuki community often looked at with skepticism, looked at as people who are a threat to the security fabric. And then the women in particular, and I think we have those images somewhere, and we'll bring them up soon. The women marching, saying we are Indian. Do you feel, as someone from the Kuki community, that there we see those pictures, some of them? Do you feel that you have been judged?
Yeah, definitely. We are as old as the hills of Manipur before independence. If you see our history, we fought independence. The Kuki fought independence. I don't know why this kind of labeling, this kind of name is given to us: illegal immigrant, militant, and the name given to us. If we are illegal immigrant, how come everybody has Aadhaar card? This means, are we directly telling our intelligence, our CBI and investigation team, that you have given us a wrong Aadhaar card? To us, most of us have a passport. So are we directly questioning them that, hey, your department is really a joke, that you all give all these people Aadhaar card, a passport? And most of us, the young people, like my generation, my classmates, we all are serving in the government. Some of them are in airlines, some of them are in different parts of field. And now we know, even to set up a small business, we need verification. So if they call us illegal, if they call us immigrant, if they call us with all these names, I think this is direct challenge to our Ministry of External Affairs. I would never agree with that. I can prove to you that I can bring all the Aadhaar card of people who have already died. Some of them are poor farmer. They have what we call job card in the village. Under the village chief, there is a job card. Without Aadhaar card, you can't get a job card. So all these have their identity verified by our own country. So I think this is a very bad representation, which is not correct. We have to really get rid of this so-called illegal or any other thing, that name given by whoever. This is wrong. We are the citizen of India. We suffer means Indian citizens suffer. We die
Yeah.
means Indian citizens are affected. So let's not, I don't think there is anything wrong in what I'm saying. I can prove it. Yes, Barkha, that's
Yes, I think that's a very important point, that if we suffer, India suffers, and stop calling us names, stop calling us foreigners. I want to ask you who you hold accountable right now. The reason I ask you this is a judicial inquiry has been announced, right? So why do you think the matter is not settling down? How do you see the politics of this? And I ask you this because you have a chief minister who has come under particular scrutiny. He's a BJP chief minister. There are BJP MLAs themselves, 7 BJP MLAs, 3 others from your community who supported the BJP government, who have actually asked for a separate administration for your community. So how do you look at the role of the chief minister?
see, Barkha, we definitely, the chief minister have failed, because 45 days plus fighting day and night. If the chief minister is capable, I am sure he can put this off by now. 45 days continue burning, killing each other. I think the chief minister was the chief minister of Manipur, but now he has reduced himself to the chief minister of a certain group of people, the Meitei. I'm sorry to say that. He is no longer the chief minister of the entire Manipur. I'm sorry. I don't have faith in him. I've already said earlier, I never have faith now in the chief minister of Manipur. That is the reason why, with the governor visit to our place, she has seen what we are facing in reality. She has visited all the relief center. Then why are we so afraid of implementing Article 356? But, see, the thing is, all this judiciary prop, all these
You
peace
you you
committees,
want you
you
want
know,
president's rule? You want president's
I
rule in
want
Manipur?
president rule. I want president rule. The very simple reason that once no gun, no firing, once the army take care of the entire situation, then we can talk about the next step. That there is lawlessness right now. And then I am so happy. I am so happy that Amit Shah ji is taking interest. He went to our hometown. He appealed both the party to maintain normalcy for 15 days. And that didn't happen. After our governor herself went and visited all these places. And now I know maybe reason known to her, maybe I don't know why she didn't speak up, but I think Article 356 will set everything in place. Once we have this and the rest of the thing, forming judiciary prop, forming a committee for peace talk can happen. How can our CM, where we don't trust him anymore, can become a peace-making committee? He is
So
not capable. I am sorry to say he is not capable. If he is, then why he let the state burn for 45 days plus? That is very, very sad.
you're saying that the chief minister let the state burn for 45 days. Are you suggesting that he deliberately did this? Are you calling him incompetent? What are you suggesting?
I think everybody knows he's incompetent. Which state will ban for 45 days? And why is he not calling the center help? Why is our prime minister saying nothing, utter no word till now, Barkha? We depend on him. We believe in center government. That's why the women group also went to Amit Shah ji. We believe in center government. We believe in center forces. We told them how desperate we are in facing this situation every day. 45 days is not a short term, Barkha. You know it. When Punjab was really in problem, in few days' time, it was, the situation is in control. Now forget Kuki, Zo, and Maite. You know what happened in the valley? How come the MP house was burned? It was burned by whom? Definitely not Kukizo, because there is no more Kukizo in the valley. Then now it is out of control. So if the CM is not incompetent, then who should we blame now? We can't keep on going on and on.
I want to show you, Glady, images that I personally, and there, can we take the banner off for a second, please? This is the image of a BJP MLA.
Yes, yes.
Who is actually a BJP MLA who is crippled. His skull has been smashed. He's from the Kuki community. He had to be airlifted out of Manipur. He's in Delhi's Apollo Hospital. He was
Mhm.
attacked by a mob. This is a BJP MLA, right?
Yes,
And this is his wife who broke down. And while she
yes,
was speaking to us, she said that I can never go back to Manipur. I will never
yes,
go back to Manipur. Right? Are there a
yes,
lot of people like this is a legislator of the ruling party, and we had done a report on him. And in some
yes.
ways, I thought it captured the fault lines of how serious this problem is, where even politicians of the ruling party don't consider themselves safe. Now, you said in the beginning you really want to go back to Manipur. Are there a lot of your comrades who say we don't want to go back?
Ma'am, I can sympathize with the MLA wife. Uh, her driver, her driver was killed. And I saw the interview of the driver's wife, where she really wants to see the dead body of her husband. Till now, her son and they are fleeing to see at least the body. And like them, many of us feel unsafe to ever touch Imphal. If you go to the Imphal today, we are afraid that they will ask our identity. The moment they know we are cookies, or we can be dragged out, we can be, I don't know what can happen to us. And many of the people whose house got burned, I am sure they will say the same thing, never back to Imphal. And why would they go back when they started changing even their street's name? Paite Veng is already changed to the Meitei name. If you do like that, gully to gully, street to street, how can you go back? How can they even think that the Kukis will go back to Imphal, live peacefully the way they used to live earlier? This means people hasn't seen the situation. Anybody who expect the Kukis to go back and live in the valley like before has not seen the height of this unrest. They have not seen it. And not only the MLA wife, there are so many people who are working under the government of Manipur. What about their future? What about like some of them are in the secretariat, some of them are working in Manipur University, some of them are working in different parts of a job. Because Imphal is a place where a doctor, engineer, or all police forces, or they all stay together in Imphal. So what about the future of them? How can they ever feel safe to go back and work in the office with the colleague who are propagating all this hatred, who are telling us, treating us
Yeah.
like, I don't know, how can
The
they
the
ever
the
sit
the the,
together,
the, the
work in a
Meitei
good environment?
the Meitei community leaders say, that the Kuki community armed, ransacked sort of armories, armed themselves, and therefore are dangerous. There is a constant referencing of Kuki militants. You've seen that. Kuki militants is in
Yes,
the
yes,
headlines all the time, Kuki
yes,
insurgent
yes,
groups,
yes,
right? How do you
yes.
respond to that as a member of the community?
Ma'am, see, when any Meitei die, why do they say the Kukil militant attack? Let me tell you the places where the Meitei body or the Meitei people were killed. Say Saikul. Saikul is a Kuki Zou village. What about Suknu? Same thing. What about Churachandpur? What about Kangvai? What about that Hokkien? All these are Kuki Zou villages. So when the Meitei come and die in the Kuki's own land, why are they saying Kuki militant kill us? Our volunteer has to guard our land. Our volunteer has to guard our villages. These are Kuki's own villages. We do not go to Moirang, Kokta, Imphal, and other valley area where the Meitei live. We do not go and attack. We do not go and kill them. Imagine if somebody come to your house and attack you, what will you do? You have to defend your life. Stop blaming the Kuki militant are killing Meitei. In fact, I will say the Meitei, whatever the name, I don't even want to say, are approaching daily towards the Kuki villages and trying to burn down whatever left,
Is there
trying to
is there
attack daily. Yes.
is there an effective separation that has already happened?
Apart from Imphal Valley, we all live pretty much separate. Like if we have a village chief, so the village chief look after each individual village, and then the district wise also. If you look at, I have the map over here. If
Yeah,
you see, I'll tell you. If you see
yeah,
this red one is the valley. Okay, yeah.
yeah.
Can you see that? Yeah,
Yes,
this
we can.
red mark. This is the valley. The
Hmm.
rest are tribal land, if you look at that. So
Yeah.
anybody that is killed in Imphal, okay, you can blame us. But what about the rest of the people, who are around this, especially southern Manipur, Churachandpur, where I am from? So if anybody is killed in Churachandpur area, why do they keep saying Kuki militant kill Meitei? Why can't they just simply say that we go and attack their village and the village volunteer, are stronger than us? They attack us. Barkha is the difference between defending your life. When you're defending your life, you will use anything that you will attack whoever was to kill. So my point is very, very clear. You can see the media, you can see everywhere, even geographically, you can locate where all this area that I mentioned about, you can locate it. Why are they attacking every night and blaming us, blaming the cookies, or that the militant killed them? Let's make it very clear. It's not the cookies, or it is the village volunteer who are defending for their life. And we are hilly people. Barkha, if I stand on top of the mountain and hill, I will use anything to protect my life. Stone, wood, anything, I will use it. So anybody who died in Kuki land, any Meitei, I would not call them killed by a Kuki militant. I will say it is killed in self-defense.
Okay. Tell me this. What are the women of your community feeling today? Are they feeling scared? Are they feeling angry? What is your own emotional state right now?
Scare, Scare is a very small word, Barkha. They are so scared to even come and file FIR. FIR is just telling what exactly happened. Even up to that point, they are afraid. They are afraid of everything. They are afraid of not getting next meal. They are afraid of, I told you, seasonal sickness. They are afraid of their future. They are afraid of what kind of, even from the central government and the state government, Barkha, till now, there is no food supply. There is no food supply. Imagine 50,000 and above with no food supply from center and state government. That is why I'm saying our chief minister is not competent. Why is he not feeding us? Why? That
What are you alleging that there is discrimination in food distribution?
I don't know whether discrimination or did on purpose, Barkha. There is no food aid from the government. Simple. All the food that we are getting right now are from philanthropic organization, like our neighbor Mizoram. Through their philanthropic organization, our neighbor from Nagaland, they're feeding us. Even our enemy come hungry. Our culture is such that we will feed them. And now 50,000 and above people, no place to live, no utensil to cook. A house burn is not a small thing, Barkha. If the thief come and steal, they steal only valuable thing. But if the house is destroyed, means you don't even have one spoon to eat your medicine. That is the situation of the crisis over here. So all the mother, all the women folks, they are not only afraid of
Can
themselves.
you explain where, when you say 50,000 people, do you mean those who have been displaced of the Kuki
Yes, they are
community?
displaced. They are displaced. There are 72 center where they're looked after in Churachandpur. I can tell you, one is Churachandpur Government College, and
Yes.
Don Bosco, which is run by the Catholic Father, and LM Academy in Lingsippai, and there are this Rostad Memorial School. They are all school, colleges, and YDA Community
And
Center.
you are
So they set up
alleging
this center. Yes.
And you are alleging that at these centers where displaced members of your community are living or are forced to live at this point of strife, you are saying all the food is coming from NGOs, not from the government. Is that what you're saying?
Not from the government, not from the
So
government,
there are
Barkha, not from the state
50,000,
government,
50,000,
not from the central government.
not, no food at all.
Nothing, Barkha, nothing. One food corporation of India that is located in Tualnom village in Churachandpur district. I don't know whether the people requested the DC, or I don't know whether he did on his own. Few bags of rice was distributed. That's like, I think, 3 weeks ago. That is the only rice that they have consumed from the government source. Apart from that, Barkha, everything is by donation, by church people, by philanthropic organization, by student organization, from mother association. And Barkha, the food that I'm talking about is not like North Indian food where you have, protein, all those minerals, and it's not like that. It's like
Yeah.
boiled chawal, just boiled rice and maybe boiled dal. We're not even talking about balanced diet. It's just bare minimum, Barkha.
So
Yes,
50,000 displaced people of the Kuki
yes,
community today are
yes,
dependent on
yes,
non-governmental
yes,
food supply. That's basically what you're saying. Now, that's a pretty grim situation that you describe.
yes.
I want to ask you in the end, Glady, what is the solution?
The solution, I say, is diffuse the tension, diffuse the fighting first. That is what I keep mentioning about president rule. The government, nor ma'am, has already seen the situation. Maybe she's afraid of losing her chair. I don't know. She has seen the situation. One grandmother broke down in front of her, touching her feet. Imagine how she narrated how she fled from forest to forest, drinking, river water, and survived. How the women folk gather around her. Our governor ji has seen the situation, the worst situation. So if this tension is not diffused, if we keep fighting, if we keep firing every night, like you mentioned earlier, that the Jawan are attacked now, the men in uniform are attacked now, MP house got burned down, our MLA house got burned down. Nobody is spared now. Not only Kuki zone, now the whole state of Manipur, including valley, hills, everywhere is erupted with violence. If we do not diffuse this first with using president rule, I don't see anything that will stop. Once the president rule is put, then at least this firing will stop. at least we can feel safe that, okay, let's go to the next, defend our life first.
Do you want to go back home?
No, not right now, Barkha. I fear for my life, not only me, my family. I fear for my life. Barkha, the only way I will be able to go, let me tell you, from Delhi to, say, Guwahati, from there through Shillong, Mizoram, going to jungle forest for 17 hours, bumpy ride. Maybe I might reach. That is the halat right now. Forget Imphal. Nobody, no cookies or feel safe right now. Not only the MLA wife. Everybody is saying, will we get our plot back in Imphal that got burned, house got looted, the street name changed. They don't even know whether the house paper will be in their name now. And also, Barkha, before we end, what about the dead body lying in Imphal? Have FIR been done? Post-mortem been done? Why are the family not shown the situation of the dead body? This is also, before all this panel, peace talk, sit across the table, let's start handling the crisis, like, say, identifying of dead body. What about the vehicle burned down, all those things? Where are those vehicles, charred vehicles? Where are they stored up? Where are they stocked? Who's taking inventory of that? Barkha, it is a lot of work before we can even sit across the table, talk about peace.
I want to summarize the bottom line from what you have said. One,
Yes.
50,000 displaced members of the Kuki community, according to you, are not getting food aid from the government. This really stays with me. Two, you believe the chief minister has failed and it is time to bring in president's rule.
Yes.
Three, you want the prime minister to speak. You want the prime minister to lead the initiative to restore peace. And four, you want us to remember that women are suffering and suffering silently. Their children are not able to go to school and they are scared, as you are, for your life.
Medicine also, Barkha. Let's talk about medicine also. There's no medicine that can prevent them from any attack, seasonal attack. So medicine also really in demand right now. And two doctors that was sent by center government, they were stopped somewhere in between. They could not reach the Kuki land. So they were stopped by Mera Paibi somewhere on the way. Even the two doctors that were sent by central government could not reach the affected area. That is the situation.
Well, I'm at a loss for words because the suffering is so enormous, and I think you have made the important point. Yes,
Barkha, before we end, I also want to know, why are they so much after our land? Like I showed you the chart before, the red mark was only their area. Why are they after so much after tribal land is a question everybody has to ask. Our land is not as fertile as the valley. It's mountain, hills, lot of bushes. That's how we grow our cultivation. But why are they are after our land? Why are they trying to eradicate all our identity? Why are they calling us all the names? Why? I want to know. I want you to study, why are they after our land? Why do they want to include themselves as ST? Why do they want to take anything that will take away our hold of our land, our right over? I want you to study this carefully.
I will study it. I can't claim to be an expert. It is not.
Yes, I know.
I'm understanding Manipur through the eyes of all of you who come and speak to us. So I thank you, Glady. It's not a difficult, it's not an easy time to share what you're going through. It's traumatic. And you have been very clear. You think it's time for president's rule in Manipur. And I think a lot of people would agree with you. Thank you very much, Glady Hunjan.
Thank you,
Stay safe and take care. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Barkha.
We started Mojo right here in this basement. Just 4 people, 4. And now we're about to hit our first 1 million subscribers. So this is to say thank you to all of you for your support, for your respect, and for your encouragement. We've always gone to where the story is. During the pandemic, when television's big anchors were hunkered down in their studios or at their homes, we hit the road. We traveled from Delhi to Kerala, covering 30,000 kilometers in a small car, reporting from inside ICUs and inside slum tenements. Whether it's flash floods or war zones, we've always put our boots on the ground. In fact, we're just back from Punjab, tailing the Khalistani fugitive Amritpal Singh. And through all of this, we have always put you, the people, first. In an age of partisan polarized media where most journalists are either chamcha ya morcha, we believe the story is sacred and the truth of the story is what matters. And now as we get ready for the next step, we need your help. Become a Mojo member and get first access to all our big interviews. Get a chance to ask our newsmakers questions. Get a chance to write and report for us for both our website and our channels. And also, interact with me and my colleagues directly through AMA sessions. Literally, ask me anything. Click on the join now right next to the subscribe button, and yes, also subscribe if you haven't yet, and become a Mojo member for just 159 rupees a month. Hope to see lots of you in our community.
It's great to see you here. Thank you for watching our work. If you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to click the bell icon and subscribe to Mojo Story and support independent, robust journalism.